Farmers Branch, Texas is one of those cities that you don't often hear about because unless you have a specific reason to go to Farmers Branch, you don't find yourself going all that often. So today we're gonna unpack Farmers Branch and really help you discover what Farmers Branch is all about. We're looking at Farmers Branch history, what it's like to live in Farmers Branch, the affordability, employment, lifestyle, and real estate. Now we're also gonna compare Farmers Branch to other cities in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex to give you a better understanding if Farmers Branch might be right for you. In other words, we're looking at everything you need to know about Farmers Branch. Farmers Branch is located directly north of Dallas, Texas. And it's one of those accessible cities that allows you to hop on a major highway to get anywhere you want to in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. You have access to the George Bush Turnpike on the west side of town. Then you have Interstate 35 East running north to south, with Interstate 635 bordering the southern part of the city. And on the east side of Farmers Branch, you have access to Dallas North Tollway. And with this accessibility, you're able to get to downtown Fort Worth in about 35 minutes. Now, if you're trying to get to Dallas, you're looking at about 20 minutes. And if you're trying to get to the DFW International Airport, you're looking at 15 minutes. Now, I share those travel times to those common areas because at one point or another, you're gonna find yourself going to Fort Worth. You're gonna find yourself going to Dallas. And most likely, you're gonna find yourself going to the airport. So I wanna give you a good framework to build from. But to give you a more day-to-day look at what traffic looks like around Farmers Branch, see how far you can travel away from Farmers Branch within 30 minutes. That way you visually see how truly accessible Farmers Branch is. So now that we know where in the world Farmers Branch, Texas even is, I want to welcome you to the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel, the go-to real estate channel for the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. My name is Jaime Resendez. I'm a realtor and team leader able to help you make money in real estate, whether you're buying or selling. And we're on a mission to reach every DFW resident. So if you can hit that like button, it's going to really help us out. All right, so let's get back to Farmers Branch because this is what you came for. Farmers Branch, Texas is located in Dallas County. It was originally settled in the 1840s, but it wasn't formally incorporated until February of 1946, which the year that it incorporated, it had a population of 800 residents. However, now, present day, you're looking at over 37,000 residents. Farmers Branch is now home to a number of businesses and industries, including manufacturing and retail. It really is diverse in its employment opportunities. Now, the city, of course, is also home to a number of schools, parks, and other amenities that we're going to get to later on in this video. And overall, Farmers Branch is a vibrant community that offers residents a great place to live, work, and raise a family. So to add to the conversation, I want to introduce an external resource in niche.com, which interprets billions of public data sets all across the country and compares cities with each other. And using all of that information, niche.com gave Farmers Branch an A grade, having aggregated these 12 categories you see on the screen. Now that's what the algorithm had to say, but what do the actual residents and former residents of Farmers Branch have to say? Overall, Farmers Branch received a 4 out of 5 stars based off of the 96 reviews that came in from current and former residents. So as you can see, not only from an external standpoint, but also from an internal standpoint, there's some positive reviews that are coming in for Farmers Branch. But make sure to get the complete picture, go down to the description and check out the full report that I linked up there. Because now we need to talk about something fun. We need to start talking about those parks, those trails, and the recreation. Farmers Branch has 27 parks to choose from, full of different amenities. That, of course, includes picnic areas, playgrounds, walking trails, dog parks, and plenty of biking trails. Now, for having such a small geographical blueprint, it truly is surprising the amount of parks, trails, and outdoor activities they've been able to fit into the city. Now, if the outdoors aren't calling your name, that is okay. What should be calling your name is the school system, regardless if you have kids or not. Because having a good understanding of the school system really is important. Because think about it. You're paying property taxes on the system anyway, and you also have to factor in the resale value when you choose to sell your home. Farmers Branch is actually part of 2 independent school districts, Carrollton Farmers Branch and the Dallas School District. So where you live really matters in this case because it's going to dictate if you're going to the Carrollton Farmers Branch schools. Now, most of the city is going to fall under the Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District, but a small portion of the city is going to find itself going to the Dallas Independent School District. So be very mindful of that when you're purchasing your home. Now, if private schools are more of your speed, you do have access to those as well. But let's look a little bit further at Carrollton Farmers Branch ISD, given that most of the city is going to fall here. The students per teacher ratio is 14:1, which is better than the state average. Now the percentage of teachers with 3 or more years of experience is 87%, which again is better than the state average of 84%. Now there's several things that as a real estate agent, I'm not able to cover. So I'm gonna leave a link down below for you to check out that's gonna give you a full breakdown on the school system. So now that we know what the park and school situation is like, let's ask the important question. Is there a Chick-Fil-A in Farmers Branch? And I regret to inform there's actually not a Chick-Fil-A, so you're gonna have to go to Addison, Dallas, or Irving instead. Now I know that's a big blow for some of you, so we're just gonna leave that behind us and start talking about real estate. All right, so first let's look at this from a macro level. The typical home value of homes in Farmers Branch is $391,622. This value is seasonally adjusted and only includes the middle price tier of homes. Now, brace for this, Farmers Branch home values have gone up 21.8% over the past year, which compared with the last 10 years, it's actually an acceleration of home prices overall. Now, Farmers Branch is one of those cities that it's so centrally located that even if prices come down, which they will at some point, it's not gonna be as heavily impacted as many of the other cities in the DFW Metroplex. But with that being said, we now know that the median home value in Farmers Branch is $392,000. So we need to compare it against other cities that are neighboring Farmers Branch so we know what the options are if we want to move to the area, but not specifically Farmers Branch. The median home value in Carrollton, Texas is $438,000. In Addison, it's $479,000. In Dallas, it's $337,000. In Irving is $353,000, and in Coppell, the median home value is $621,000. So as you can see, you have options. There's cities that are neighboring Farmers Branch that are actually less expensive than Farmers Branch. However, on the other side of the equation, we have cities that are drastically more. I'm looking at you, Coppell. Now, for all intents and purposes, these numbers are just numbers on the screen. They may not mean much to you, so I want to attach a visual on what these median home values can actually purchase you in Farmers Branch. So check out these homes that are available for sale right now, right at this median home value. Now, something that you might have noticed with these homes was that there wasn't any new construction included in this lineup. Well, that's by design because there aren't any. You might find an independent builder making some homes on the lots that they own, but that's going to be few and far in between. There's no master plan communities in Farmers Branch. There's just no room. Now, with that being said, check out the link in the description of our preferred Farmers Branch homes. And you also want to check out this video right here that gives you the breakdown on the monthly mortgage payment, how much you can expect to pay on homes of this value, which this video is mandatory viewing if you're moving in from out of state, because our property taxes are some of the highest in the country. So that's the trade-off for having no income tax. And while we've talked about parks, schools, and real estate, we're really just scratching the surface. Let's go a little bit deeper and see what the cost of living is like in Farmers Branch. Now, overall, the cost of living in Farmers Branch is 3.9% higher than the national average. From a groceries perspective, you're paying 0.5% more than the national average. From a housing perspective, it's 6.1% higher than the average. On utilities, you're paying 0.8% less. And on transportation, you're paying 9.1% more than the national average. Now, at this point, if you're thinking that Farmers Branch is right for you, then make sure to go down to the description and connect with our top realtors. However, if you're not fully convinced on Farmers Branch, that's okay too. I want you to check out these other two cities that are very comparable to Farmers Branch. I want you to check out Carrollton, and then I also want you to check out the Colony. those are going to be some amazing cities that are very similar to Farmers Branch.